So, good evening. I'm Eric Prosher, and I'm from Jesse Brown VA Medical Center, and you're watching Veterans Issues brought to you by CAN TV 21. We have a special guest today, Keyston Franklin, who's not only a U.S. Army veteran. He is what is your title?
Vice President.
Vice President.
Warrior Summit Coalition.
The Warrior Summit Coalition. So today we're going to find out about what the Warrior Summit Coalition is doing for our veterans and how they're partnering with VA. And we're here to answer any questions veteran related. So call us with your questions at 312-738-1060. You have 25 minutes and we're here for you. So thank you. And thank you, Franklin, for coming in. So Franklin, why don't you first tell me a little bit about your experience in the military, and then we'll work our way up to the Veteran Summit Coalition.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I started off as a medic in the military, in the Army, and then switched over to intelligence. It's an interesting switch, but it was fun and exciting. It's a little different, I guess, field of work.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Yeah.
So I want to respect your operational security, but how long have you been in the military?
Let's see, 2009 I signed my contract. So,
Okay, cool. And so you also had some experiences overseas?
Humanitarian missions as a medic.
Okay. And what advice would you give to veterans that have deployed and then they're coming back and they're trying to get back into their lives? What was the single most helpful?
Every individual, every soldier or military service member has a different experience.
Yeah.
So I can't. What might work for me may not work for another, but I can say use the resources. VA's got tons of resources, pre-mob, pre-deployment, and then as well as when they come back. So
I'm glad you said that, because we are Jesse Brown VA Medical Center. We're located at 820 South Damon Avenue, and to book your primary care physician appointments. The phone number is right there. We have mental health appointments. We are a one-stop shop. We have a whole host of resources for the veterans and the veteran community. But we realize the VA can't do it alone, and we partner with our community agencies like the Veteran Summit organization. So tell me about how you got to the Veteran Summit Coalition.
Oh, well, I started out at University of Illinois, where the co-founders started the Warrior Summit Coalition, and I happened to live in the same apartment as one of the co-founders, so we hung out for a little bit, and he said, "Oh, we're doing this wonderful thing with the VA. You could come help out." And I was like, "Okay." So I started out helping out, T-shirts and volunteering, and found out what it was about.
Yeah. So what is the Warrior Summit Coalition, and how would you describe it if someone asked you, what is that?
Well, Warrior Summit Coalition is a 501c3, and our mission is to educate and make transition from military life back to civilian life as easy as possible and as efficient as possible. A lot of our events are educational, but they're also fun. We partner up with the VA with their Welcome Home celebration. Everything you said, the VA is a one-stop shop from employment all the way to housing to recreational activities. We help with, education and exposure and outreach with that. And we also do concerts, fun family outings, softball games, baseball games. We have a lot of local partnerships here with the professional teams as well as nationwide. So.
Okay. So what are some of the fun events that you've done? What are some of the most recent fun events?
Most recent would be the concerts we've partnered up with the VA with. We've done 6 concerts out of a 9-concert series. We have our annual softball tournament and family fun fest coming up July 9th.
July 9th. Where's that?
This is going to be at Horner Park. It's 2471
California and
Montrose.
Park? Montrose. between Irving Park and Montrose.
Exactly, yeah.
Very nice. So, but let's back up a little bit. You said you've already done 6 out of 9 concerts.
Yes.
What kind of music? What concerts? What are we talking about?
Right now we're partnered up with the Motown Miracles,
Motown
featuring
Miracles.
Sidney Justin, Smokey Robinson's group.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so we did L.A., Indianapolis, Atlanta, Charleston, and Cleveland this past week, and Las Vegas as well. July 2nd, we'll be doing a concert at the theater in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And then here in Chicago on September 9th. So,
September 9th.
yeah.
Do you know where it will be in Chicago, September 9th?
Yes, the Roosevelt University Theater with the auditorium.
Oh, okay. So, how does someone get to attend this event?
All of our events and all our resources are located on our website.
Okay.
It's www.warriorsummit.org.
Okay, we'll see if we can get that. Well, that website was
warriorsummit.org.
warriorsummit.org. All right. Well, let me see if I can get something up here. Oops. All right, so that's the website.
That is
That
the
simple.
website.
Okay, and so I guess if we're navigating the website, we would go over and
You can click on our events on the front page.
events,
And it pops up the...
and there it is,
Yeah.
right there. That easy. The 5th annual softball tournament and Family Fest. So it's 10 to 2, July 9th. Yeah.
And if you scroll down, you'll see some of the previous concerts and events that we've had.
Okay, Miracles for Heroes in Cleveland. You did the Welcome Home Warrior Summit in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yes.
And in Las Vegas, a Miracle for Heroes. And then you were in Atlanta, Indianapolis. So you guys have been busy, huh?
We have been.
Very nice. And so people will come to this website,
Mhm.
which again is www.warriorsummit.org. And this is how they would have registered for these events.
Yes, yes. And then there's a host of resources as well on the website, on the benefits section. A lot of partners here in the state of Illinois as well as nationwide.
Sounds like we have a caller. Let's take the caller.
Hello?
Hello, hi, caller.
Hi. I just had a comment, really, for Keyston, who is working for the Warrior Summit Coalition. My father and my uncle and my grandfather were all in the military. They were in the Navy. And I just admire all that they've done. They're just my personal heroes. And I just applaud your effort. I think it's absolutely wonderful what you're doing. And I think that all veterans should be at the top of the list for consideration for jobs, job opportunities, and things like that. They have such skilled training. And every military person that I've ever met had the most impeccable manners and were so polite and well educated, and I'm just really impressed with all of them, and I really applaud your efforts.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your comments, caller. And I'm glad you said something, because I know that transitioning back from military, from deployments, that employment and education is a hot issue and a struggle and challenge for many vets. In our
I can only imagine, and I hear about it, and I wish there were so many things that I could do to fill those gaps and voids. I don't know where the opportunities are for people like myself to help volunteer, to help bridge that gap, or things that somebody can do to help.
Great. Keyston, are there opportunities for volunteers, civilian volunteers in
Yes.
your organization? How would they go about doing that?
We love volunteers. If you go on our website, there's a form where you can volunteer. Click on the contact WSC. We do have slots available for the Welcome Home Warrior Summits that we host across the country, as well as locally here in Chicago. And then I encourage you also to volunteer with some of the other nonprofits in the city, as well as the VA. They have tons of resources and opportunities. Like today, I went to a resource fair here at Jesse Brown. It was a wonderful opportunity for veterans seeking employment. You can volunteer for those events as well.
Yes, we're always looking for volunteers at Jesse Brown VA Medical Center, and there is a general number you can ask for voluntary services, and that's at 312-569-5900.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I will look into those opportunities further, because I think it's a wonderful thing that you're doing for our men and women in the services and when they get back. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Employment and making transitions. The Warrior Summit organization, are there any, do you have some ideas about what you guys do to support those transitions in that way?
Yes, we do a lot of outreach with employers. We seek out employers who are looking to hire veterans and family members, because we don't want to discount family members, because as you're transitioning from military lifestyle, sometimes you might have to, a spouse might have to work.
That's right.
And so that's a large component of what we do, is reaching out to employers and finding positions, and then trying to match veterans with those services, or at least get those service or those resources or employment opportunities out to veterans. So.
Yeah. As I was looking at the website over here, and it looks like you have it kind of spelled out, helping veterans connect directly with human resource managers and match qualified candidates to open positions. Looks like you have a lot of partner employing agencies.
Yes, and we have a lot more in our newsletter that we send out. IDS, it's some of the partnerships we do have, as well as some of the other nonprofits who send out opportunities that, we work together to get out. It's not just Warrior Summit Coalition. We are a coalition. We are trying to get veterans and families back to a normal lifestyle. So if something that we can't do as an organization, we'll reach out to our partners and say, hey, we have this situation with a family member. We aren't really quite sure if we can do something, but maybe you guys might be able to fill in that gap or fill that void where we may not be able to.
So it's kind of like casting a wide net.
It
It
is.
If you because of your interaction with so many community agencies, that there's nobody kind of slips through the cracks.
Exactly. It's just like the military. Not one person does the whole job of providing service to our country. So
we were having that conversation today in terms of sometimes you got to know the right people to secure the right resource, and that's definitely true. People can definitely experience that in the VA or anywhere, Great. So for those of you that have just joined us, you're watching a live call-in interactive program brought to you by CAN TV 21, and I'm from Jesse Brown VA Medical Center, and this is Keyston Franklin from the Warriors Summit Coalition. I knew that, but it's tough. It doesn't really roll off the tongue so smoothly. But you can call in at 312-738-1060. We're here, and while we're waiting for you to call, let me tell you about some other things that are coming up, things that we're doing at Jesse Brown VA Medical Center. One is it's called Dry Hooch, And Dry Hooch is an opportunity for veterans to connect with each other, to share their resources, while getting some free coffee. And this takes place every Thursday from 1 to 2 at Jesse Brown VA Medical Center, 820 South Damon Avenue. And in the Damon Pavilion, the Damon building, it's on the 10th floor. So you just come back, it's at the corner of the room 10401. So this is open to all post 9/11 veterans. It's a coffee house, and it's actually in the Transition Care and Management Clinic. So here's another version of that overhead. Let's see. Reconnect, chat with other veterans for an hour. So another great opportunity for networking. And for those veterans that may have been struggling and need someone to talk to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, don't remember there's the Veteran Crisis Line. And the Veteran Crisis Line is 1-800-273-8255, and then press 1 for veterans. And this is a confidential line. Like I said, you talk to a live person 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and they will ultimately connect you to the nearest VA to where you live. But make sure you put that number in your smartphone so you can dial it at your fingertips, because we know it's hard in the middle of crisis to kind of remember these type of things. So you got to have it ready and available. So let's see. So is there have we covered everything about the Warriors Summit Coalition that we could say today?
Covered it quite a bit. Yeah, a lot of information.
What about education?
Yes.
Like, it sounds like a lot of you guys actually met in an educational institution,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And what were some of the challenges that you were having, and how is the Warriors Summit Coalition mission address some of those challenges or other challenges that you might have come across since you guys started?
Yeah, well, how the organization started was some of the veterans who were returning, post 9/11, coming back the first wave, going to university. They had issues, I guess, with the university and trying to figure out how to, I guess, certify their benefits or how to acquire the benefits. So you have to pay for school, but you're allowed a lot of the GI Bill, post 9/11 bill. But the university weren't really up to date on how that process worked. And so registration.
I remember that time.
Yes, yes.
It sounds like we have a caller. We'll jump right back
I'll
to
send
it.
I remember that. It sounds like we have a call.
Hi.
We'll jump right back.
Caller?
It sounds like we have a call.
Hi, my question, this is good timing. I'm wondering how employers or universities might be helpful to veterans getting back to civilian life.
Good question.
Well, universities, finding out your veteran population, that's the first step. Figuring out how many veterans and what their needs are. Providing opportunities for them to meet and gather, and then increasing the awareness of, I guess, maybe day-to-day living of a veteran, or what they might have gone through prior to training, and then some of the issues that they may have afterwards when they return. And it's not necessarily negative issues, but just issues of adjustment.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I would add, the VA has a program called Veterans Integrated Toward Academic Leadership, and we're on college campuses, and we found that colleges, student veterans do the best when, just like you guys naturally did, when you find other veterans, when you connect with those resources, because the typical college or university student veteran is a little bit older than their peers, have different life experiences, and then have different developmental life. They're at a different place in their life, and And so it's helpful to have those connections with other people that can relate, but also other people that have navigated the system and can share those resources and then get the school behind them. As you were talking about some of the challenges, and money is really important, and if you're worried about whether your school debt is being paid and whether you can pay the bills and buy your books and do all those things, these are very important. This is the first rung on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you would say, right? Food, clothing, shelter. So it looks like we have about 5 minutes left, and so it's your last chance if you have any other questions. I also found someone was asking about voluntary opportunities. Well, it looks like I have a slide on this. We have a VA voluntary service, and if you're interested in connecting and giving back and supporting veterans at the VA, www.volunteer.va.gov. Also, the VA is not, veterans just aren't male, and the VA is not your grandfather's VA. We have a women's health clinic. We have a specialists and specializing in the women veteran. So come find out about our women's health clinic and the special services that we offer female veterans. So we found out a little bit. I want to thank you for coming out and and helping us out in the last minute. I really appreciate this, and I wish the best for the Warrior Summit Coalition, which again you can find Warrior Summit Coalition on www.warriorsummit.org. And it sounds like you want to find out about benefits, you want to find out about having fun. You want to find out about different events that are coming up. Oh, we have one last call. Let's see what we can do for that. Hi, we have 1 minute. What is your question, caller?
Yeah, my question is, I like the Warrior program that he had there. I was watching you guys, and how do you guys differ from the DAV or the American Legion?
So other service organizations. So the question is, how does the Warrior Summit Coalition differ from traditional service organizations like DAV and VFW that maybe help with service connection and those type of things?
Well, DAV, they actually certified for disabilities. Warrior Summit Coalition, we find those organizations that do those services, and we try to assist veterans who need those.
Okay.
Whereas let's say, for instance, you have a veteran, he has issues in trying to get his disability. We had this about a couple of days ago. He didn't know about the DAV. So what we do is educate veterans and all the other opportunities and resources that are out there that they may not just even simply know about, or they might have had some issues navigating, the sea of goodwill of a plethora of organizations out there. But we do partner up with the DAV and BFWs and American Legions, and yes.
Purple Heart. Yeah, so great question. Great question.
Okay, so I appreciate everything that you guys do.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Thank you for calling. It's always better when you call in with questions. So thank you very much. We're going to wrap it up. We stay tuned next for Etiquette Forum. I don't know. And we'll be here the fourth Thursday of every month at 6:30 for Veterans Issues. Thank you, and goodbye for now.